There's something about the process, the miniature process of painting in this scale primarily, which keeps it in control.
I'm basically staining the paper, and it has to be a very even stain. It's slow, and you have to keep the edge of the tea really sort of always in flow so that you just drip the whole edge down steadily. It's very meditative, and there's a sense of familiarity because a lot of years have gone in here.
One thing I've learned is respect for tradition and respect for patience. Because you just cannot achieve anything, like you can't achieve a painting if you don't, like you need time. Time is the key. So I can't like do a show and prepare a body of work in a year. I need 3 to 4 years. Miniature painting, comes out of book illustration, manuscript painting. It's an old art form. All the strange, piled up, stacked up perspective, interior spaces, and then suggestions of windows and doors which suggest the outside world or the spiritual world or some notion of perfection. That kind of jewel-like translucency that comes through is only because you have a discipline behind it. It takes many, many layers, at least like 10 to 20 layers of different color to build it up. And you have to be very careful because if your brush is loaded with too much water, you lift off the earlier layers of pigment also because they're not sealed. So it's practice. Sometimes, like when I'm not in practice, all the 10 years of experience doesn't mean a thing. A lot of my work is deeply personal, and it's drawn out of memory. If you look at this particular border, it's called Riding the Written. And here the text becomes more like horses, or there's a suggestion of movement. And that aspect is my experience of reading the Quran, where I would read it with no particular understanding because I was a child, and I could read Arabic, but I couldn't understand it. And the memory of it is this amazing visual memory, where the beauty of the written word supersedes everything else. The meaning is there, but it's not just the meaning, it's the ability of the written text to take you to that other level. When I'm working large and I paint and I do murals, the next thing is always I come back to miniature painting. I can hate miniature for a while, and because it's frustrating, because for all the different reasons of doing something so labor intensive, which takes years to make. So it's like always, why do I do this? And I let go and I do something else, but I always come back to it. And maybe because by the sheer act of doing it is what gives me certain sort of, peace.